Hello, friends. My name is Hano, and I am here one more time to give you another of my mod reviews for 7 Days to Die. And this time, I'm going to take my time to analyze and describe and make many different remarks and definitions about this mod, which is fairly new. I gotta start by saying that this mod is fairly new. It doesn't really have a lot of time out in the field, and also that considering how many mods are already out for the game while we all wait for Alpha 17, um, it's kind of hard to find a mod that it doesn't just do the same as the others. This one has a lot of very unique things that will probably make it very, very good in the long term. So, potential is right there. So, let's go for it. Well, I'm gonna start by saying that Darkness Falls is a brand new mod that has come out just probably a couple months ago, and not more long ago, more than that, maybe even less. And I gotta say that as much as it had or started like a very small variation for the game, it ended up on the run. That is the developer or the creator of the mod uh, has added many different things that has made it a unique piece when we start comparing it with other mods. And well, even as much as I'm going to speak differently about the different things that actually the mod can offer to a veteran or new player, I'm going to start by saying that not long ago the creator added the Compo Pack add-on. That is, for the people that don't know, that many of the POIs that other mods have that have been designed by this specific guy, uh, the creator of Darkness Falls has added them. So it has expanded a lot the flavor for people that actually likes the POIs of other mods like War of the Walkers or Ravenhearst. And I gotta say that a few weeks ago I spoke with this guy and I suggested that he could do this to, add more content for the game and make it even more fresh for it. And he did. So I gotta say, and that's the first thing I'm going to say about the creator of this mod, which is that he listens to his players, and that is important, very important for the this lifespan of a mod. I've always considered that when designers or creators listen to their player base, they not only are able to build something better, or improve it on the way, because obviously players are the ones that can actually make a good criticism about the mod, which is part of the game that we all play. And I know that Kane GB, which is the name of the guy that designed this mod, is also a player, and he started this project by just making it for him and his friends. However, he listens to people, which is really good, and I hope that he keeps listening to people. I know he's probably gonna watch this video, and I'm going to, besides congratulate him, and I'm definitely gonna buy him a coffee in a few more days. He will know what I mean. Uh, I will also say that you should keep listening to your players. That's for start. Okay, moving on. This mod has a few very unique things, or that makes it different from others, and I'm going to try to speak about them for separate. For example, first of all, the way how Zeds work in this mod are a lot different from the original. What do I mean with this? The density is higher, so you find a lot more of zombies in the the outer areas, and the towns have like lots of them as well, and that makes it more. Uh, I'm not gonna say hard because it's not really that hard. It's just that you need to be aware of what's gonna happen or what can happen, so you don't get ambushed by some of them, which is nice, you know. The original base game doesn't really have a lot of zombies. I mean, it has a fairly decent amount, and if you are a new player, you're definitely gonna find sometimes that with the addition of sleeper zombies, that when you enter a building, you have zombies that are inside, spawned by the game automatically, just because the POI should have them. This adds a lot more immersion, in my opinion. Oh, I almost forgot that it that it's time to put this little disclaimer thing. Yeah, I don't like the word disclaimer, like I've said in many of my videos before, but I feel it's necessary, which is really simple. It's not a big deal. It's just that in my videos, what I am posting, you know, or what you're listening is just my opinion. And by that, I'm saying that you can be you can agree with what I say. Yeah, what, 100%, 50%, I don't know how much. You can agree with me, or you might not agree with me. You can have an opinion that is completely different to mine, and that's perfectly acceptable. But as much as I ask you to tolerate my opinion, I will also respect yours. So, if you are not agreeing with me with what I'm saying about this mod, you can always use the comment box to, you know, discuss things about this game. Um, okay, after speaking about the Z density, I'm gonna speak about other things. His inventory has been expanded. What I mean with this is not the amount of slots that has the big backpack that many mods have implemented in them, which is also implemented as an option in this mod, which is really good, you know. It's fun for the people that actually likes looting. Even if you feel that this extra backpack space is like cheating or something, it's perfectly fine because you can play the basic version as well. But if you like to have more stuff carrying around and you like more space to loot and stuff, you can also do it. I'm all for options. Something that I've been criticizing all the time for amazing mods like Starvation. That, yes, the mod is fun, but it should definitely have the option for you to add the extended backpack if you like it to, okay? Now after that, his inventory, it's expanded. It has a lot of new items. He added just a few days ago a few specific things that for some people might not be even important, but for me it is, because it expands the opportunities or the options for you to play the game, which is, for example, the he added spears, which is one of the things that I like most of Starvation, spears. Yeah, sure, there's people that are not going to use the spears, and that's perfectly fine, but having the options, again, this game is all about having different options that you can actually play it the way you like it. If you are an experienced player of 7 Days to Die, you know that this game it's all about training with what you're using as a kill weapon. Like, I don't know, if you like maces, sure, you can use maces, and as long as you are using it, it will keep raising in stat. And obviously, the higher your stat is, the higher the damage you're going to do, the more effective as a zombie killer you will be. With the addition of spears, you have an extra weapon that you can actually employ, and it's actually quite good. He describes it as not having a lot of damage, but in my opinion, the extended range of it makes it a huge difference, especially when you're playing multiplayer, for example, that many people experience a small microsecond delays in playing it. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're playing in a multiplayer game, when you cannot really react instantly to dodge a zombie attack, that you can actually do it in single player, in multiplayer becomes a lot useful. So this spear, I'm really thinking that it will help a lot, just like in Ravenhearst. You know, when I start playing Ravenhearst, one of the things that got me into the mod, not really the slowish game pace and how hard it is to get things done, was the spear. I gotta be honest with you. The spear was something that kept me there because I like it that you could attack from range. Okay, moving on. The game also has several different classes that you can actually start, and start your game making a difference between how you choose to play. And as much as it doesn't really have a big description in them, like you see a name of a class and you pretty much have to discover what they are, it has a very nice quest line progression system that this guy designed for the mod, which is really nice because you don't really need to take a lot of time to actually improve your class, and you can definitely get better at it. And it makes a little difference between one and the other, which is very nice, especially since I've noticed that this guy has selected different things and put them together in his mod. Like, for example, he doesn't like to make it super easy, like adding the ridiculously absurd POIs that World of Walkers have, but he has added a lot of variety to them. Sure, he took out the double A houses, which has a lot of loot, and he said that it is because he doesn't want to make it so easy and correct some small mistakes that the game or the design of those POIs have, and it's completely acceptable for me. But he has selected these different things, and he has done the same for loot and for different things or different small things that probably can be really small for people that actually don't play it like that. But for example, he expanded the food capabilities of your character in the game, like adding, I don't know, apples and wheat and by that way he gives you more options for cooking, which is nice. But he hasn't made 200 more new recipes that many of them are completely useless, or things that I don't know are cool in the paper, but in the reality they are not really usable. I mean, if you think about the starvation, there's several foods that have negative effects on you. So I've always wondered, why the hell would you make a food that is going to be harmful for you? I'm speaking about the game because I know in real life we all love harmful food. It's tastier, you know. But I'm serious. I'm speaking about, why would you make a food that is not going to be beneficial for you, other than just maybe fill you up? When, I don't know, in that game, for example, you can just eat fruits that you can find in the wild, and you can feed yourself with that. So I don't really see a reason for that. I'm not going to say that it's an absolute what I'm saying, because I'm probably missing some things that other people can actually see and say, hey, Hano, why are the hell are you saying that, I don't know, ice creams are bad if they say that they're going to be bad for you, but oh, maybe you can use ice creams in this thing or this other. And I know, I might not know that, and it's fine. I'm just saying that this guy for Darkness Falls has added a few of them, making a small variety, and you can add a wide range of things without overusing it. And I like that. I like that the mod can expand your possibilities but not overcharge you with things that most likely you're never going to use. Yeah. Okay. Then after that, I'm gonna have to start talking about the way how the mod works. And it's very nice because the leveling curve has been slowed, and I like that because it doesn't mean that in the first day of your real life time playing you're going to be level 50 and you're gonna pretty much have everything made, and you get bored and you don't play anymore. No, he has taken the time to increase the how hard or how long some things take by adding a few extra tiers of things like tools and weapons, and also by limiting by level when you can actually do or create something. It's something that very nicely and brilliantly did the Ravenheart's mod, which is keep you playing for many days because you just can't skip most of the content like on the base original game. As well, he has worked in how you move the the pace of this. What do I mean with this? You can focus on increasing the experience, which has been lowered, which is totally fine with me. I think the game should not be just by grinding zombies, but he has also given you the opportunity or the option to increase your skills with books, which is something that the base game should have had. books that you can also, scrap and make your own books, and that is very nice. I love that part from, I don't know, another mod like Undead Legacy, that it had so many new skills that made it really different. I think Darkness Falls has a lot of opportunities because it adds, again, a few of them without overusing it, like in probably Undead Legacy. And it also gives you the nice way how Ravenhearts work, that you can also make your own books, and you can also make other classes, and you can improve an existing skill that you already have or one that you don't. I like that a lot. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to speak now about the end game. This is a mod that doesn't really have a lot of time out, and I already said that. And that obviously makes that it doesn't really have a lot of end game. I always speak about this because when you speak about other mods like Starvation, you do see some end game like the radiation zone, which is very nice. This mod doesn't really have a lot of end game, and if it does, I haven't seen it. Um, but like I said, it's a work in progress, and all these mods evolve as time passes and people plays them. So I'm definitely going to say that if this mod adds some sort of end game, it will definitely make a huge difference about it. Also, the mod employs the bandit system, which is, a very nice addition for the game, for the base game as well, because it adds bandits that will attack you if they see you, and they chase you for lot of time. I mean, they can be chasing you for, I don't know, maybe a mile away, and they will still be chasing you. I've noticed that you can LOS them out, so they stop chasing you. And they're pretty dumb, but I'm not gonna say that they're really hard unless, you go for the Wasteland or maybe the new hub city that he implemented, which is very nice. He has implemented like a very creepy pre-patch, old patch hub city. When the zero point 0.0 part of the map, you will find a bigger city, and usually Wasteland, they have bandits that have guns that which, trust me, they are pretty deadly. If you stop and they're seeing you, you will be dead. There's no uh, really much of a difference. And I've noticed that even that I play, when I'm on single player, I played on above normal difficulty just a little bit, but on multiplayer games, which my small community and I play, we always play on maximum difficulty. So I've noticed that there's not really a lot of difference between the max level and the mid level bandit wise. They are deadly, especially the gun ones. I mean, the melee ones are really easy as long as they don't cut up on you or I don't know, surprise you while killing a zombie or something. You can probably kill them without much of a problem or just outrun them if you're afraid, which is perfectly fine. Um, I will also speak, and this will be my last thing on the review about guns. I know guns are really important for a lot of people, and it's completely understandable. I mean, this game, one key part of this game is survival, and for surviving, you obviously need something to defend on. And as much as I start speaking about melee weapons along at the start of the video, I gotta also speak about firearms, and that is something that this mod also expands a little bit. I think that this guy added like one extra tier of weapon for every firearm that is in the game, which is very nice. It gives you an extra gun that you can build, and uh, also not only he added one extra gun, but he also expanded the guns by making small attachments that you can add to these guns to improve them, like silencers and stuff. It reminds me a lot about the very useful add-ons that Starvation had for guns. It doesn't completely fills up your inventory with new guns. It adds just a few ones that are definitely what you need. You don't really need more, like, I don't know, 10 different guns for this, 10 different or 10 different variations of a single gun, when you are just going to pick the best one that there is, and the other ones are not really going to fill the gap, but just make you harder to acquire the pieces that you need because of so many new options. He did, though, add small um, improvements. For example, for bandages, he added a mid bandage between the basic one that is pretty worthless. I mean, yeah, I know it will stop the bleeding, but yeah, at the start of the game, you're probably going to try to avoid getting hit. So bleeding, it's probably going to be harder, and it doesn't really heal you. So to me, those bandages are worthless. But he added a medium tier for them, and a few other things, not only bandages, which is really nice as well, because he's taking care of those gaps that will, or sometimes make it really hard, or really easy if you completely skipped it. Okay, well, I hope you have now a more varied opinion on how this mod works. I gotta say to finish this video two things. First, I hope KGB doesn't stop improving the game. I really hope so. I know that there's a lot of people that will contribute to his work, and it's very nice. So thanking him first for his mod, and second, that this is a mod that is worth checking out for the new and the experienced players. And I will definitely recommend for everybody to try it and make yourself your own opinion. You're definitely going to have fun playing this mod. And that will be it. I'll see you fellas on the next Hano Games mod review. Goodbye.